Across much of South America stretches the largest rainforest on Earth, the Amazon rainforest. In the far south of Colombia, where the borders of Brazil and Peru meet, this vast forest is shaped by water. Here, rivers are the only roads. Along the banks of the Amazon River, small communities appear between the trees. One of them is San Martín de Amacayacu, home to the Ticuna people, who have lived with this rainforest for generations. This is where our journey into the Colombian Amazon unfolds, and where we will spend the coming days, deep in the heart of the Amazon. The journey begins in Leticia. From here, we travel upriver by public transport boat, following the Amazon deeper into the rainforest. At Boca Amacayacu, a smaller private boat is waiting to take us further into the forest, toward the community of San Martín de Amacayacu. After arriving and unpacking our belongings, we are warmly welcomed. One of the village elders guides us through the community, sharing the surrounding rainforest and the way of life that has existed here for generations. San Martín de Amacayacu is a small indigenous village in the Colombian Amazon, located deep inside Amacayacu National Park. Around 500 people live here, most of them from the Ticuna community, who have lived with the rainforest for generations. Since the 1970s, this area has been protected as a national park.
Con tiempo, por lo menos 10 días, o no, mentira, un mes o 2 meses que está ahí tirado, crecen gusanos por dentro, gusanos, entonces el dueño de...
Protection also meant that local communities could no longer hunt and use the forest as freely as before. As a result, many families began shifting towards new sources of income, including tourism. Today, tourism plays an important role in the local economy. It provides jobs and opportunities for the community, while also helping protect the rainforest. Because when the forest is worth more alive than exploited, conservation becomes part of daily life. Here in the Colombian Amazon, we are surrounded by one of the most biodiverse ecosystems on the planet, where thousands of plant and animal species live in the rainforest.
Pueden sentar ahí. Yeah. una está aquí.
¿Cómo es curandero?
Curandero es como trabajar con la gente cuando está enfermo. Para nacido. Se llama cebolla de gallineta.
Cebolla. ¿Es cooking egg?
Sí, este es liana, ¿ya? Este se llama mururé hembra y macho, y también 𝗪𝗪𝗪 macho y 𝗪𝗪𝗪 hembra. Ese es todo combinado. Si ustedes quieren mirar, pueden mirar, pero mañana por la tarde, ahora que ustedes se desocupan de su trabajo. Cedro, sí.
¿Y este árbol es acá?
Achapo.
¿Tapu?
Achapo y también.
In the village, you can see a mix of traditions and change. People still live closely with the forest, but many families are also self-sufficient through small-scale farming. Shamanic traditions have long been part of 𝗕𝗏 culture. Here, a local guide demonstrates a ritual connected to those traditions, offering a glimpse into the spiritual practices that once played an important role in daily life.
Para culminar la casa se hace con este, así como con este, pero este está mejor, pues se coge de ahí, se puede hacer así. ¿Listo? 24 25 y así pues yo llego hasta 100, 200, 500.
The lodge where we stay is part of the San Martín de Amacayacu community and is run by the local chief and his wife. It has several rooms and a shared area where everyone gathers to eat together. The rainforest can change quickly. Heavy rain is part of daily life here. Once the rain passes, the jungle comes alive again. The forest fills with sounds, and the paths open up for the next activities. In between those moments, there's time to relax at the lodge. You can rest in a hammock or sit together in the shared area. There is no Wi-Fi here. Without distractions, it becomes clear what makes the Amazon so special, how remote it is. Being this far away from the outside world gives people the space to slow down, put their thoughts in order, and truly take in the nature around them. Today we head to Puerto Narinho and the 𝗕𝗏𝗃𝗃 wetlands, one of the most wildlife-rich areas of the Colombian Amazon. Traveling by boat along the river, this region offers a good chance to see birds, monkeys, and even the famous pink river dolphins that live in these waters. Travel here happens almost entirely by boat. The Amazon River is the main route connecting villages, communities, and activities throughout the region. As we move deeper along the river toward Puerto Narinho, it becomes clear just how vast the Amazon really is. What seems like a short journey on the map often turns into long stretches of water surrounded by endless rainforest. Once we arrive in Puerto Narinho, things feel a bit busier than in San Martin. You start to see more boats, small shops, and people moving through the town. Even so, Puerto Narinho is still a small and remote place. Many people here live from tourism and small-scale trade, while families and children go about their daily lives. After a short walk through Puerto Narinho, visiting a few small museums and exploring the town, it's time to continue the journey. Just outside the town lie the 𝗕𝗏𝗄𝗏 wetlands, one of the most wildlife-rich areas in this part of the Amazon. From here, the boat moves through flooded forests and narrow waterways, where the chances of spotting animals become much higher.
Y cuando las agua es poco.
Monkeys.
Oh.
Están por allí los monkeys.
The 𝗕𝗏𝗄𝗏 wetlands form a seasonal floodplain connected to the Amazon River. As water levels change throughout the year, forests become flooded and new habitats appear, creating one of the most important wildlife areas in this part of the Amazon.
𝗕𝗏𝗄𝗏.
Sí. Es una de las especies de árboles que pueden crecer mucho de altura. En el universo, el primer hombre nativo vivió bajo de la misma naturaleza, ¿sí? Porque a veces por todo el Amazonas puede ser
We return to the lodge as the day comes to an end and take some time to get ready for dinner. Later that evening, we head out again, this time for a night walk. With flashlights, the guides search for animals that only appear after dark, giving a glimpse of what the Amazon rainforest looks like at night. By gently tapping near the entrance of the burrow, the spider feels the vibrations and often comes out to investigate what it thinks might be prey. In the Amazon, time moves differently. The day begins with the sunrise and ends when the sun disappears behind the forest. As the jungle slowly wakes up, we prepare for the day ahead. After breakfast, we take the boat up the Amacayacu River, heading deeper into the rainforest before continuing on foot through the surrounding jungle.
Acostumbrar ahora.
Donde tienes que pisar, porque si un animal puede escuchar estos sonidos. Sí, tiene más colores atractivos, como el verde. Hay que coger primero acá, después acá, hay que coger todos los palos que están.
Está rosso con cuidado. Mucha gente se hizo. Je moet je wel van het water, of geen maar aan.
Ja, misschien dat.
Como 5 minutos. Vamos a llegar allí y vamos a descansar unos 10 minutos.
Okay.
place like this, it becomes clear just how small we really are. The Amazon has been shaping life here for millions of years. Every river, every tree, every creature part of the same living system. And standing here, you realize something simple but powerful. We are not visitors to this ecosystem. We are just another thread in the web of life that holds it all together. Between the day's activities, there's plenty of time to slow down and relax. But the evening still holds one more experience. Tonight, one of the elders of the village shares a traditional craft, demonstrating how pottery has been made here for generations.
Amacayacu, el color morado, como color rosado, color naranja, color gris o marrón. Entonces ahí es color naranja. Eso también hay. Ajá, sí. Listo ya, ahí está.
Perfecto. Gracias. Pero, ¿cuándo? No entiendo. ¿Cuántos días necesita secar?
Máximo 4 días.
Máximo 4 días.
The next day we set out once again along the river, traveling by boat as the Amazon slowly unfolds around us. Our destination today is the small indigenous community of Mocagua, a village deep in the rainforest along the banks of the river. Mocagua is home to the Maikuchiga Monkey Rehabilitation Center, a project dedicated to rescuing monkeys that were once kept as pets or captured from the wild. Here, they are cared for and gradually prepared for life back in the rainforest, where they belong. When we arrive in Mocagua, we're first guided through the village. The locals share stories about their traditions, old customs, and the myths that have been part of life here for generations. One of the most famous is the legend of the pink river dolphin, believed to transform into a man at night, visiting village celebrations before slipping back into the river by morning.
Sí, como una tradición, pero muy central.
After the tour through the village, we continue to the Maikuchiga Monkey Rehabilitation Center, where rescued monkeys are cared for and slowly prepared to return to the rainforest. Here they care for several species of monkeys native to the Amazon, including tamarins, woolly monkeys, squirrel monkeys, capuchin monkeys, and many more. The center was founded in 2006 by John Jairo Vasquez, who grew up in the nearby Ticuna village of Mocagua. Its mission is to rehabilitate these monkeys and, whenever possible, return them to the wild. Unlike many tourist attractions, the monkeys here live freely in the jungle while they recover, giving them a real chance to return to their natural habitat. After about an half, we continued on and stopped in Mocagua for lunch, before heading back to the lodge. Later in the evening, one more activity is planned. A small canoe trip on the river to watch the sunset. We head out with the brother of the village chief, who guides us along the water while sharing more stories and insights about the community and life here in the Amazon.
30 personas. La mayoría de la etnia ticuna. Los primeros jóvenes de ese tiempo, fuimos 15, entre ellos formo parte de esa juventud. Sí. El modo, digamos, como que de la vivencia en especial está el sistema de la agricultura, la cacería, después surge el tema artesanal, el tema como el comercio, ¿no? Las artesanías fueron fundamentales para el tema del intercambio de productos.
His voice sounds serious, almost painful. You can see on his face that he has lived through these changes and that this message truly matters to him. For many years, indigenous communities in Colombia were not fully recognized as equal citizens. And when Amacayacu National Park was created in 1975, life changed again. The rainforest was protected, but many traditional ways of living from it became restricted. Today, tourism has become one of the ways to create opportunities without destroying the forest. But the challenges remain, as mining continues to pollute rivers and water sources in parts of the Amazon. For the people who live here, the Amazon is not just wilderness, it is home, an ecosystem they have helped care for generations. And that is exactly why we are here, to show places like this in a responsible way, and to help people understand that protecting the Amazon also means protecting the people who belong to it.